So you're applying for jobs online, right? Well, guess what? Your first interview, it's not even with a person, it's with a robot. Today, we're going to show you exactly how to beat those resume robots and actually get your application into human hands. I mean, you know the feeling. You spend hours making your resume perfect. You hit submit and then crickets. Nothing. It just feels like it vanished into some kind of black hole. But it didn't. It just hit a digital wall, a gatekeeper. And we're about to show you how to climb right over it. So say hello to the Applicant Tracking System, or ATS for short. This is the robot you have to impress first. It's basically a piece of software that scans, sorts, and then scores your resume based on a bunch of rules. If you don't pass its little test, a hiring manager will never even know you exist. So the very first step is to stop writing for humans and start formatting for the machine. All right, so our foundation begins with the technical stuff, the rules. You can think of it like learning the basic grammar that this robot understands. If you get this part right, trust me, you are already halfway to landing that interview. You might think that a resume with cool columns, logos, and fancy fonts looks amazing to a person. And you might be right. But to an ATS, it's just a jumbled, unreadable mess. The solution? It's all about keeping it simple and clean. A single column layout. That's it. The machine can read that perfectly, every single time. So the most crucial thing here is to remove anything that could possibly break the software's ability to read your resume. That means absolutely no tables or columns, they just mess up the flow. No graphics, no logos, and this is a big one, do not put any important info, especially your contact details, in the header or the footer of the document. A lot of these systems will just ignore it completely. Keep all your formatting super simple, no underlines, no fancy bullets, just the basics. So what should you do? Well, stick to the absolute safest file types, like a classic doc file or even a plain .txt file. You'd be surprised how many systems still struggle with PDFs. They can turn your perfectly crafted sentences into broken text. Use a standard font like Arial or Times New Roman and just keep everything in that single top-to-bottom column. It might not look flashy, but it's perfectly readable for a machine, and that's what counts right now. Okay, so once your resume is formatted correctly, it's time to get strategic. Now we have to fill it with the right stuff using the exact keywords the ATS is programmed to find. You literally have to speak the robot's language. So how do you find these magic words? It's not magic at all, really. The company basically gives you the answer key right there in the job description. So read it carefully. Pull out the key skills, the software, the qualifications they keep mentioning over and over again. Then your only job is to weave those exact phrases into your resume, especially when you're describing your work experience. Oh, and if you can, use the exact job title you're applying for right there in your summary. But wait, this does not mean you just create a big laundry list of skills at the bottom of your resume. That is not enough. The ATS, and definitely the human who reads it later, gives way more weight to keywords that show up in the context of your actual achievements. You have to show that you've used these skills. And here's the formula to make that happen. It's so good. Instead of just saying what you were responsible for, frame your accomplishments like this. Performed X by doing Y, resulting in Z. So, for example, don't just say responsible for email marketing. No, say something like increased open rates by 20%. That's Z. By implementing A/B testing on subject lines. That's Y. For our weekly newsletter. That's X. See? It's specific, it's quantified, and it naturally includes your skills. Okay, so we've got the formatting rules down and we have our content strategy. Now let's actually assemble the document piece by piece using the blueprint that these ATS systems are built to understand. First things first, your section headers. Now is not the time to get creative, okay? Use standard, universally recognized titles just like these, and put them in all caps. This acts like a giant signpost for the ATS, helping it put all your information into the right buckets. And yeah, I'm going to say this again because it is that important. Your name can be the very first line, that's fine. But your phone number, your email, your LinkedIn profile, all of that has to be in the main body of the document. If it's up in the document's header section, the software might just skip right over it, and then the company literally has no way to contact you. When it comes to dates, consistency is everything. Just pick one format, like spelling out the month and year, or just using the numbers, and stick with it for the entire resume. And don't abbreviate years, like 19 or 22. This simple consistency prevents the software from getting confused. And when you're listing out each job, you have to follow this exact order.
job title first, then the company and location, then the dates. This is the standard sequence that the ATS is programmed to recognize. If you follow this, you're making sure all of your valuable experience gets parsed and credited correctly.
All right, one more really crucial detail. An ATS might be programmed to search for an acronym, or it might be searching for the full phrase. You just don't know. So the simple solution? Use both. The very first time you mention something like a certification, write it out completely, and then just put the acronym right next to it, in parentheses. That way, you're covered no matter what it's searching for.
Okay, so you've built your resume. It's clean, it's packed with keywords, it's perfectly structured. But before you even think about hitting that send button, there is one final check that you absolutely, positively have to do.
This is the ultimate test. It basically mimics how an ATS sees your resume. It's super easy. Just copy everything from your final resume and paste it into a completely plain text program, like Notepad on a PC or TextEdit on a Mac. Now look at it. If the text appears clean, in order, and it's easy to read, congratulations, you passed. But if you see a bunch of jumbled text or weird characters, well, that is exactly what the robot sees, and you need to go back and simplify your formatting.
Because really, that's the whole point of all of this, isn't it? Beating the robot isn't the final goal, it's just the very first step. The real prize is earning the chance to actually talk to a human being. So now that you have the key to get through the gate, the real work can begin. Good luck.